What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. It's a beautiful day, but it could be the most beautiful day in the world, but when you're a targeted individual, it just ain't nothing fun about it. Solitary confinement. I spend 6 to 7 days a week completely alone with nobody. I watch a lot of car content on YouTube. I miss the ship. I miss the boat. Big channels like Vice Grip Garage and Cletus McFarland and all these big YouTubers that do car content. I was too early. It was me on the weekends dragging out Volkswagen Bugs that had been sitting for 50 years. I remember many times taking a chainsaw and going to the woods and cutting a tree trunk out from the middle that had grown up in the middle of a Volkswagen Bug, cutting the tree out of it, winching it out by hand, getting the motor that was in it for 40 years running, and then driving around 2 days later. I could build an entire Volkswagen in a matter of 10 hours. I'd buy a shell of a Volkswagen with nothing but a transmission in it and a front end. Just a body is all I'd buy. And I'd find an engine, I'd go stick the engine in it, I'd do all the brakes on it. I could literally build a car in an afternoon. I remember one time I took a car, it was a really nice shell, and I had a Super Beetle. Super Beetles are different than standard Beetles. If you don't know, I ain't gonna explain it to you. Super Beetle's got a curved front end, curved windshield. The 71, 72s don't, they're flat windshield, but the front end's curved and it's got McPherson shocks and struts on it instead of the like Kingpin front end. So I took this car, I took all the fenders off of these other cars because I just collected parts because you got to have a bunch of parts when you're building Volkswagens. And I put this Bug together. I think it was like on Thursday afternoon when I started. And there was a Volkswagen show in Farmington drag strip, which is about 45 minutes from Hickory. Put the car together, got it running, got it driving, had a set of wheels already that I'd made. I even had wheels made for my cars, not bought. I'd make wheels. I'd take a stock Volkswagen wheel rim, take it to my buddy. We put a 4-inch or a 2.5-inch band in the rear to make the wheel wider to fill out the fender wells. In the front, we put an inch and a half in the front to make all the wheels wider, put wider tires on it. Me and my buddy went to Walmart. We bought, I think, like 20 cans of Walmart blue. That's back when spray paint was $1 a freaking can. I sanded that car down, spray painted it, put it all together, took it to the show the next day. That's how, it was every day. My life was just building cars, and then I went from cars, Volkswagens primarily. I didn't start on Volkswagens, just got into them. Then I went into Harleys, and it was just constantly building, and I was just ahead of the curve. I was there, I was too early. But if I could have had somebody recording and put it online just like now, I could make money online if I was allowed to edit. But I'm hacked so bad, I can't edit anything. I can't do anything. It's just there's missed opportunities. And when at the same time I was building all this stuff, I was freaking working my ass off, running a company, raising a family. I don't know why I'm talking about all that. Just talking, but the race car world. There's a guy named Kyle Loftus. And I don't want to say, I'm not saying anything inflammatory to hurt anybody's feelings or to desecrate their memory. But this kid, I guess he's a little younger than me. He owned 1320 Video. And what they do is he's just got a crew of guys and they go to all the drag races, the street races, any kind of car event. He would go out and record, and it just made an impact on millions of people. Last week, they said that he just died. I'm like, what? And this guy touched millions of lives. The channel I watch the most is Cletus McFarland. It's Garrett Mitchell. He's a YouTuber, does car content. He does drag racing, any kind of motorsports, he does it. He blew up because of Kyle. He used to work for Kyle. And so Cletus gets on there and says, oh yeah, well, this is heartbreaking because Kyle Loftus is dead, and he died from a complication from a car wreck back in December. And from the moment they said he died, it did not sit right with me, because a previous week, Cletus, Garrett Mitchell, went and purchased a $100,000 Corvette and gave it to Kyle, because Kyle is the one that helped him start his channel. Garrett, or Cletus, worked for Kyle, and when they were out filming, Cletus was having fun, and they were just messing around doing B-roll, just playing games. And here's Garrett sitting there with Tom Bailey, who's a big-time drag racer, talking, and Garrett's just acting like a dumb redneck when he's actually just a preppy rich kid. And he's like, yeah, here I am. I got my Quadrajet double-barrel carburetor on my Chevrolet. And then Kyle says, so your name's Cletus McFarland. Yeah, everybody, this is Cletus McFarland, just making a joke. That video got millions of views, and that is why we have Cletus McFarland today. Garrett Mitchell, one of the biggest YouTubers, car YouTubers out there. Like 5 million subscribers. The boy, he owns a drag, he's half owning a drag strip. He owns his own freaking round and round circle track in Florida. He's got his own airport, his own airplanes, and he owns jets. I mean, the kid's making millions of dollars a month. He's literally driving a car in NASCAR. No experience driving a NASCAR, or professional, you could say, round and round racing. But now he's got a ride in NASCAR. It didn't feel right, because when I'm watching the video of 2 weeks ago, Cletus giving this guy this Camaro, or this Corvette, brand new $100,000 Corvette, 1,095 horsepower. They're out driving and racing and having fun, and then he's dead. He just dies the next week from a medical condition. And then I knew it as soon as Cletus said he died. What happened? It's pure speculation, what I'm saying. In my heart, I know that this guy, from what I know, and he was never married, never had any kids. His business was his life, but he had a multi-million-dollar entertainment company, 1320 Videos. Went to anywhere in the world he wanted to travel. He loved a white car or a white truck. All his fleet of cars were white. And we're talking, he had probably $1 million worth of cars. This kid had everything. And in my heart, I just feel like that he took his own life. Now, don't kill me, don't blast me for it, because I'm not disparaging it. I'm just saying, I understand nobody would want that to be said. I don't know if there's a record for having friends and loved ones that murdered themselves, but I mean, I cut my fiance down. I was there an hour after my best friend hung himself. I hung myself in the same place in my garage that my fiance did. I'm probably using bad language, and they're probably going to kick this video off. Why does America have this epidemic of self-harm? We are guinea pigs. Targeted individuals, you're guinea pigs. You are a guinea pig. Why are veterans offing themselves 21 a day? Why is that? Because it's a systematic plan, not only for depopulation, but if you drop a bomb on a city in America, you're going to start a war. But if you can influence, coerce, or coax millions of Americans to self-harm with weapons that people call me crazy when I talk about, if you can do that, you achieve the same goal without all the backlash. And when a person in your family offs themselves, everyone around, I mean, I would expect, because I think differently than everyone around, because the way I felt when my fiance killed herself, when my best friend did, is it my fault? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And you hear it every day of the epidemic of white men in America offing themselves. And No one cares about us. Kyle Loftus, a very important person. That's his videos, his company got so many people started to a beautiful life. And this man who knows everybody, and everybody's like, smile like Kyle, because he was so friendly and so nice and so courteous, and he was so giving of himself and his time. And even he, surrounded by everybody, felt completely alone. As I've said before, I told my kids for 20 years, I told my kids and told all my friends, hey man, when I get old, just make sure I got a place to live, make sure I got food and cable TV, and leave me alone, I'll be fine. And then I realized not long ago, that's prison. I've got one of the prettiest pieces of property on the planet in the mountains of North Carolina. I mean, you've barely seen sunlight. With my bare hands, when I got this property, you couldn't see through the trees. You couldn't see 10 feet in front of you because it was so thick. I went through and picked out every tree I wanted to keep, every tree I wanted to get rid of. I picked everything so I'd have a full canopy of nothing but shade. I can walk from one end of my property to the other end of the property and never be touched by sunlight. Now, why did I do that? Because I'm trying to avoid the sun? No, because I know that I'm being watched. I'm being surveilled. So I've got some kind of cover. Now, you can't hide. You got they got thermal cams, and they can see through your walls now. But Kyle Loftus, surrounded by millions of people, loved by millions of people, felt so alone that I am presuming what happened to him. Where are we at? I try to tell my wife, honey, working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, when Mason's grown up and out of the house, you're going to hate yourself. Because once they leave your house, you don't get it back. It's gone. I realized that because I was a workaholic when I was allowed to work, back before I was being targeted, before my life was wrecked, before they destroyed my life and took everything from me. I'm by myself now because of this program, because of the mental manipulation, the voices that's put into people's heads, and they just assume it sounds like their voice, so it must be their conscience talking to them when it's not. White men are the most endangered species in this nation, because if we can't offer a paycheck, we're not needed. I try to tell my daughters this. My youngest daughter, she's got her own house. She's got her own life. She doesn't make good money, but she pays her bills. I mean, she got a house at 23 years old. She owns her whole freaking house. I mean, she'll be paying for 30 years on it, but it's hers. In America, we're told, grow up. When you turn 18, put them kids out and let them go out and make their living and get their own house and do all that. And I'm like, that's the stupidest thing in the world. That's the stupidest thing in the world. You're taking your children and putting them out there to be in debt. You're raising your kids. You're teaching them to go leave and come see me on the weekends if you're lucky. And now I'm trying to tell my girls, listen, come stay here. We'll build you a house. We'll get you a camper. Stay in it till you save your money up. We got all, because I want all my family on one property, because we're in terrible times right now. You don't understand how bad it's going to get so much worse. But if you got your family there, and I guess it's selfish of me because I want them to be here because I'm tired of being alone. Somebody with as much money, material goods, as much notoriety as Kyle, he can do that. I mean, and I've had everything taken from me. Think about the targeted individuals that are out there right now that are completely freaking homeless and got nowhere to go. There's this guy on Facebook. I feel sorry for this dude. I mean, I think he was a military veteran. He's a big, healthy guy, and he was targeted like 3 years ago, and they're hitting him with V2K and all this, and he's out. I don't know if it was him, but I think it was, or cops supposedly. I don't know if I should even say, but it looked like him, looked exactly like him. He's sitting there standing up trying to fight cops, and they're tasing him. If it's him, I don't know, but he's online and he's always talking. Well, I got these people on tape. I've recorded them saying they're gang stalking. I mean, they've hired people to do this, and he's just loud. He's calling cops all the time. He's talking. He's out there just stating his case. I'm like, dude, if you don't shut up and sit down, you're gonna get yourself killed. Now, that would be almost better than living this life, because being forced into a prison when you're convicted of no crime, that's the life I live. I've been convicted of no crime, but I've been forced in this solitary confinement by myself. Oh, I got freedom to walk around. I can leave and go do anything I want to, but if you ain't got no money, you ain't gonna do nothing. If they tear your car up, you can't drive. You ain't got no food to eat, what are you gonna do? Oh my God, freaking, I'm so mad. Oh my God, freaking animals have killed my big, beautiful dogwoods. Squirrel. What is a person like me? How do I stand a chance? And everybody says, oh, well, they off themselves. They were really depressed. I'm like, wait a second. You know what it takes to keep somebody alive? Back when I was super intentionally putting myself at risk so that would happen to me, so I would not be here anymore. Scream for help and nobody listen. Oh, he's tough. He'll be all right. It's like even now. My kids know that I'm not in a good place. They know that I'm struggling. They know it. You think they're still calling and checking on me every day? No. You think I still get to see them every day? No. No. It's like, what the hell? Men are screaming out, begging for somebody to listen. And no one has any time at all unless they need something first. Oh, my kids need something moved. I'll pick up the phone and call Dad. Dad, will you help me do this or help me do that and come here and come there and do this and that? But it's always me screaming, well, you just come up here and hang out with me? It's a crazy world. Anyway, you guys pray for me. Pray for all targeted individuals out there trying to survive, because the easy option is that option. That's the easiest thing, is to choose that option, the forever option. That'd be so much easier than waking up every day to be tortured, to be silenced. I never thought in America that my voice would be silenced. This video probably won't get 50 views, if they even allow the video to post. That's even worse, being a man in this country and screaming for help, and no one hear a sound. God bless.